you guys can say, oh, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, I don't drink, I keep all the 10 Commandments, I don't do, but if you don't love Him, let me be honest with you guys are wasting your time. You guys are wasting your time. Because there's many people out in the world who are keep the 10 Commandments, not known as the 10 Commandments, they're more known like ethics. There's better Seventh-day Adventists out in the world than Seventh-day Adventists here in the church. So if you don't love, God says, love me and keep my commandments. He doesn't say, keep my commandments and then love me. No, God wants you to love Him the way that you love anything that you love here on earth. If there's anything that you love here on earth, God wants you to love Him more than that. God says, love me and keep my commandments. He doesn't say, keep my commandments and then love me. I'm not going to be faithful to Wendy and not see any, I don't have a relationship with Wendy. I'd be wasting my time being faithful to you if I wasn't in love with you, if we didn't have a relationship. And that's what you guys are doing. And I may be in trouble upstairs if anyone were to hear me. But you guys gotta love Him. We gotta love Him. Everyone has to love Him and therefore keep His commandments. When you guys are married, when you guys get married, you guys won't hit your wife. You guys won't abuse her. You guys won't cheat on her. You guys won't do a lot of things to hurt her. It's not because you're not supposed to do it. It's not because it's illegal to hit your wife. It's not because it's illegal to commit adultery. No, you don't do those things because you love your wife. You don't do those things because you love your husband. It's not because of a contract. There's no binding contract. Oh man, I really wanted to punch her, but shoot, now I have the ring, so I can't punch her anymore. No, you don't hit somebody, you don't hurt somebody, you don't do things to hurt people because you love them. It's not because you're not supposed to do it. So, love God. Love God and keep His commandments. Don't. Like I said, you're wasting your time if you're being ethical, keeping His commandments for no reason, because you don't love Him. So when He comes, hey, I kept my commandments. What did He say to the rich man? The rich man went up to him and said, I kept my commandments, everything. What do I do? He said, leave everything and follow me. And the rich man couldn't do it. So love Him. Let me start off. You guys, everyone here loves a deal, right? You guys love deals? What's the biggest shopping day of the year?
Black Friday.
Black Friday, right?
Cyber Monday.
Yeah. Have you guys seen what goes on Black Friday? Have anyone gone Black Friday shopping?
Yeah.
You guys have done the whole standing outside in line, missing Thanksgiving? No, I hope not. I haven't. But I've done something almost as bad. One Black Friday was one Thanksgiving a couple years ago. No, it's not a couple years. I'm closer to 30 than I am to your guys' age. It's sad to realize. You said 14 years, I was like, no, that was like 5 years ago. But it's like 14 years ago, wow. One Thanksgiving, I ate the whole family, did the whole Thanksgiving thing. And, after you eat Thanksgiving Day, you just want to flop and just fall asleep. Well, I remember I was going through some little emotional boo-boo stuff back there. I had recently broken up with a girlfriend. When you guys get there, when you have those moments, you just think things and do things that just retarded. And that night was one of those. I was by myself and I was like, man, I'm supposed to be with her. This is supposed to be our Thanksgiving together, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, I was down in the dumps, I was in my room, my computer, whatever. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go to Best Buy. Did I need it? Did I want a TV, computer, laptop? No, I didn't need any of that stuff. I just didn't want to be in my room, encerrado, just pondering my sadness. And it was like 1 in the morning and I get up. Mind you, I have to work the next day at 8:30. And this is when I'm here in Virginia, not when I was in California, where it wouldn't have been as bad because it's not that cold over there in Thanksgiving. But it was here in Virginia and I get up and I go. I'm like, all right, it's 1 o'clock. I probably get in, a good spot in line. I had heard of Black Friday, never went to it, but I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go. I drive to the Best Buy near my house, and oh my goodness, this thing is wrapped around the building. It was 1 o'clock and it's tents, people outside in tents, and I'm like, you think I'm like, oh no, I'm going back home. Yeah, right. I park the car and I get in line. For what? I don't know. I didn't think of, I iPod. I think I did want an iPod, but I wasn't even getting it. I didn't even know how the whole Black Friday thing worked, especially at a thing like Best Buy. Apparently, like, they come out, the employees come out before the doors open, and they start like saying like, who wants this, or like a TV, and they give like coupons, and then you got not a coupon, like a ticket. And a voucher, and the people in the front of the line basically get all the good stuff, and in the back you're left with like an electronic pen or something. And that's what I remember when the guy came around, this is loud. I remember when you finally came around to, you know, buildings like a cube, to like the fourth angle, the last one where I'm at standing, freezing, I'm telling you guys, it was so cold, and I'm like, what am I doing here? But I was already standing there for 30 minutes, why not stand another 30 minutes, why not stand another 30 minutes, another 30 minutes, so like open the door at 6. Freezing, I ended up, the guy comes out, he's like, do you want an MP3 player? I didn't have an MP3 player, you put music on my phone, I was my MP3 player, that was fine. But like back then the phones only kept like 10 songs because you didn't have enough memory. You guys are like, what are you talking about? That's how old we are. I was like, sure man, I'm standing in line, I might as well, I mean if this is all that's left, I might as well take it, you know, because I am going to end up with a pen. And I take the little MP3, and the picture of the MP3 player looks like an iPod. So, 6 o'clock rolls around, I probably got pneumonia, probably had frostbite, I don't remember, but I go and I get the MP3 player. It's this little MP3 player that nowadays you get when you buy a Snickers bar. I go buy Snickers and here's an MP3 player. The thing was like this big, I was like, oh my gosh. And I gotta go to work. Luckily I work right, you know, beside the Best Buy. But I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did this. But it was a deal. Oh, by the way, the MP3 player was like $50. Like I said, like I called it the Oscar Opod. I called it Opod, trying to like psych myself into wow, I got a foreign MP3 player. But that's what people do for deals. People miss Thanksgiving. People go crazy for those things. People have died at these events in a stampede. People go crazy for deals. Well, let's look at a deal that's worth. If you guys have your Bibles, those are the Bible verses that we read. Matthew 13, verses 44 and 46. This is a deal that's worth it. This is a deal that is worth standing, if we had to, which we don't, standing out in the cold on Thanksgiving night. We got to go work the very next one. Let's read Matthew 13, verse 44 through 46. It's the parable of the hidden treasure and the costly pearl. It says, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in the field, which a man found and hid again. And from joy over it, listen, and from joy over it, he goes and sells all that he has and buys the field. Did you guys catch that? So, the kingdom, I'm going to repeat it again. This is just verse 44. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in the field, which a man found and hid again. So he found a treasure. He's walking in the field. He finds a treasure on the ground. And it says he hid it again. And from joy over what he found, he goes and he sells all that he has and he buys the field. Verse 45. It says, again, just give him another parable. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking fine pearls. You guys know what pearls are, right? Seeking fine pearls. And upon finding one pearl of great value, he went and he sold all that he had and he bought it. So, imagine your parents, or imagine you guys when you get older. Well, let's just imagine your parents here. Imagine your dad comes home and he says, get up, pack everything, we're selling everything, I gotta buy her. Like, whoa, what are you talking about? And it's not like, oh man, we lost the house, foreclosure, short. No. Your dad's excited. Your dad's joyful. He says, pack everything, your shirt, everything. Take it off, the sweater, that's a nice sweater, take it off, we're gonna sell it. Take off, hey, those are nice glasses, come on, we're gonna sell them, I need the money. Give me I need the money. What is going on, Dad? They give it to me, we're gonna sell everything we have. What do you mean, Dad, you worked so hard for this house. Do you remember all the sacrifice? We didn't eat at restaurants for like a year just so you can save on a down payment for this house. What are you talking about? He said, we're selling it all. Like, why are we selling it all? At the end of the day, he sells it all. And your mom's flipping out too. Your mom has no idea what's going on. What are you doing? Why are you selling everything? Then your dad brings you guys to a field right here beside the church. And he's like, just stares at it, smiling. Like, this is it. That's what, Dad, we had a penthouse in Washington, D.C. We had a Porsche, we had a Ferrari, we had, what is this? He's like, babe. And he's smiling, he knows he's right, he knows they made a good deal. But you guys are like, are you crazy? Your mom's like, oh my gosh. Son, daughter, keep me away from your dad or else I'm gonna hit him. Like, your dad's like, this is it. And then he goes like this. Oh shoot, sorry. I dirtied your floor. Anyways, he hits the field and you guys see the treasure. You guys automatically know, wow, that is more valuable than anything that we have. It's quite a deal, right? So what, do you guys see where I'm going with this, the analogy I'm trying to use? The kingdom of heaven is like that treasure. So what does it take for us to get to heaven? Give up everything we have. You guys say, well, shoot, I have to live out here in the field. I mean, like, with a little leaf covering myself because I'm supposed to give up everything we have? No. Giving up everything we have here means everything that's keeping us from Christ. Everything that keeps us from having a relationship with Christ. Like I said, let's be honest, let's be real. Like Oscar mentioned, I'm a big football fan. Huge Skins fan. You guys remember, you guys know this, you guys were a kid. Huge Skins fan. I would say, and like I said, we're being honest here, sometimes my God, it sounds like, whoa, dude, chill. My God is my football team. There's times where there's been like, campaña en la iglesia, that I don't go to it because, sorry mom, Skins are playing, 4 o'clock, church starts at 7, I'm not gonna go. Come on, Redskins. I've been following Redskins since I was like 3 years old.
Dallas.
It's an exorcism right here. But what's everything? What's selling everything that we have? Like you said, giving up everything we have. Giving up everything we have is giving up everything that keeps us from loving God the way we're supposed to love. Who's your God? Is your God even your girlfriend? Or your boyfriend? Who you guys put above Christ? Or is your God the world? Are you guys... Let me be honest with you guys. People tell you guys, growing up, when you guys are going to grow up, you're going to hear a lot, don't go out in the world, stay in church, there's nothing the world offers you. And that's a huge lie. Before you guys cut my head off. That's a huge lie. When people tell you that, when your parents tell you that, when you go out in the world, there's fame, there's fortune, there's recognition. You guys may feel insignificant sometimes in your circle here. You go out, you do things you're not supposed to do, and you become cool. Everyone wants to be with you, everyone wants to be your friend. You get money, you get girls, you get guys. The world has things to offer you. But there's a big but. That if you guys, you guys may want it, but you guys have to be, when I ask you guys to be real, and understand that it's not worth it. Let's go to Psalm 73 so I can explain to you what I mean. Psalm 73. It's a long, shoot. People will tell you, like I said, people will tell you, don't go out in the world's not good for you, the world's not good for you. The world is good for you. The world will make you feel like you're it, like you're the man, you got it all. Like I said, I got girls coming after me, I got cars, I got money, I got this, that, and the other. The world isn't boring. You guys sometimes feel bored here at church. The world doesn't keep you with your head down. Like, oh man, what am I doing? No, the world has things for you to do. Psalm 73 was written by someone called Asaph. Who was Asaph? Asaph was the music director of King David. You guys know who King David is, right? He was the music director of King David in the Bible. Someone who leads in the temple of God. Someone who's a leader in the church. Do you guys think that you're the only ones who, like someone, like you see it, like, oh no, he's like this with God. He doesn't have these thoughts that are going through my head of, oh, what's out there in the world? Well, I want to be like that person. I want to have what they have. No, you guys think that, oh, because I'm young, I don't really have that tight relationship with God. I'm the only one who thinks these things. I'm going to keep it to myself. One day I'm going to experience it, and then I'll make my decision. But I'm not going to tell anybody about this because I'm ashamed. I don't want anyone to know that I'm tempted by the world. I don't want anybody to know that Satan does tempt me, that the things he offers me me llaman la atención, and I want to go try it out. I don't want anybody to know that because I don't want anyone to know, I don't want my parents to know that on Friday nights I don't want to come to church. I want to go to a party. On Friday nights, on Saturdays, I don't want to come to church, wake up early. I want to stay home and watch cartoons like the rest of them. I don't know if there's Saturday morning cartoons anymore. I never watched Saturday morning cartoons. I just heard about it all, and I'm like, oh, you missed Saturday morning cartoons? Yeah, I never watched Saturday morning cartoons. But apparently they were the best ones. I don't know if they're still like that right now. But I don't want to tell anybody that I have these temptations and I don't really want to be in church because in church I see people sick, I see people crying, depressed, I see people, and out in the world, I see people with money, fame. I see my friend, he's got all the girls in the world and I can't get one girl. I see, like, he's got all the best clothes, his parents got all the money to buy him whatever he wants, and my parents who are in church, who are doing the things that God wants them to do, who love God, look, we're broke. We can't even make ends meet. They're taking our house away. But I'm going to keep that to myself. Because I'm ashamed. Because that means that I don't have a personal relationship with God the way I should, the way people, the grown-ups upstairs do. Well, Asaph was the music director of King David. He lived through King David, King Solomon, and I can't even pronounce the last one. It starts with an R. Excuse me. That's not relevant right now. But he's a music director. He's someone he's one of the grown-ups upstairs. He's one of the ones that your parents go to when, they're having trouble and they need spiritual guidance, spiritual advice. Listen to what he says. He says, surely God is good to Israel, to those who are pure in heart. But as for me, my feet came close to stumbling. My steps had almost slipped. He's talking about his spiritual, he says pure in heart. He's talking about his spiritual life. Because I came close to stumbling. What do you mean you came close to stumbling? You're one of the people who we look up to as far as spiritual life goes. You're one of our spiritual leaders. You're a music director. He gave the music to the songs that David would write. He's the one who would give the music, put the music to those songs. This is a spiritual, a big shot. And he says, but as for me, my feet came close to stumbling. My steps had almost slipped. For I was envious of the arrogant as I saw the prosperity of the wicked. You guys understand that? It says, I envied those outside. Are you doing ever? I envied those outside who I saw with the nice cars. Those people who were popular. Those people who were healthy, who had it all. This is a spiritual leader, someone who's supposed to be like this, who was like this with God. He's saying, he's being real, he's keeping it real. He says, but as for me, my feet came close to stumbling, my steps had almost slipped, for I was envious of the arrogant being everyone out there, as I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no pains in their death, and their body is fat. They are not in trouble as other men, nor are they plagued like mankind. Therefore pride is their necklace. Try to keep up with me. Therefore pride is their necklace. The garment of violence covers them. He's describing el mundo. When you're out in the world, they don't see it like this. What do you mean I'm arrogant, I'm a criminal, I'm this, that? No, but that's how God describes them. Their garment of violence covers them. Their eye bulges from fatness. The imaginations of their heart run riot. They mock and wickedly speak of oppression. They speak from on high. They think they're it. They have set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue parades through the earth. Therefore his people return to this place, and waters of abundance are drunk by them. They have everything they want. These people out in the world, they have it all. Like I said, people will tell you, oh, don't go out in the world. They have nothing to offer you. No, it does. It says it right there in the Bible, doesn't it? I'm not telling you this. This is what the psalmist is telling you, what the world is offering you. They say, how does God know? And is there knowledge of the Most High? They question God. Behold, these are the wicked, and always at ease. They have increased in wealth. They're wicked, yet they always seem like they've got it all. They've got everything. Surely in vain I have kept my heart pure and washed my hands in innocence. He says, man, all these good things I'm doing, it must be for nothing. For I have been stricken all day long, and chastened every morning. If I had said, I will speak thus, behold, I would have betrayed the generation of your children. Remember, he's one of the spiritual leaders in the Temple of Solomon. When I pondered to understand this, it was troublesome in my sight. Did you guys understand that 1 through 17? This, like I said, this is a spiritual leader noticing what the world has to offer, noticing how much better they seem to have it than we do here in the church. This is a spiritual. This isn't a teenager. This isn't some guy who isn't close to God. This is one of the big shots. One of the ones that if you walk in church, you usually see him, an elder, maybe, and you're like, oh. And he comes, he's personal in the church, prays every morning. Every time he sees you, he says, oh, I'm praying for you, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh man, this guy, I want to be like him. This guy's really, his spiritual life is really good. I'm ashamed to, let him know how I feel, let him know how I think, because, look, he's definitely not feeling what I'm feeling. No, this is Asaph. This is, like I said, one of the spiritual leaders in the church. Now, if you go back to Matthew, and we're gonna come back to this one. But Matthew 13, what is the kingdom of heaven like? Like the treasure you find in the ground, and you go and you sell everything. And it's not like, oh my gosh, I have to. And remember I said you gotta love God? How did the merchants? How does the Bible say that the merchant went back and sold everything? It says he was joyful. He didn't go back kicking and screaming, what does it take to get to heaven? Basically giving up everything he had. Oh, fine. I'll go and get it. Fine. I'll go sell my house. I'll go sell this. And like I said, and when I say sell everything you had, it's a metaphor. It's not. You're not. Like I said, you're not going to be living out in a fountain bowl with a little leaf behind it in front of you. He was joyful. He was like, I'm going to sell everything I had. I'm going to give up everything I have. The merchant who saw the pearl. A lot of us are like that. A lot of us are that merchant who you go looking for fine pearls, and you see the pearl that is God. You see the pearl that is salvation. You see the pearl that is the church, and you like it. It's nice. It's pretty. You feel good. And you ask him, let me see the pearl. And you're like, that's a nice pearl. How much is it? It's going to cost you everything. And you're like, everything. Yeah, it's going to cost you. That's how much it is. It's going to cost you everything. And you say, you know what? It's a nice pearl, but I'm going to have to pass. That's how we are in spiritual life. It's a nice pearl. I like it, but I like this one more. And this one doesn't cost me anything. This one actually gives me everything. This pearl costs me everything. This pearl gives me everything. Ellen White, she does another application, not another meaning. She doesn't give it another meaning. She gives it another application. That parable of the pearl. She says that Jesus is that merchant, and he was looking for fine pearls. And when he saw that pearl, he was going to find pearls, and he asked for that dusty box back there. What's in that dusty box? And again, the guy at the seller's like, oh shit, don't ask her that. I'm like, look at the nice ones. Look at the nice ones. Don't ask her. What's in that box over there? Fine, brings it out. You guys ever see those Carfax commercials? They show me the Carfax. And the guy's like, oh look, it has cup holders. Show me the Carfax. Oh look, rear view mirror. Like, yeah, show me the Carfax. That's how I got it. I want that box, that dusty, crusty old box over there. Bring that box to me. And he sees the pearl. And the pearl's a piece of junk. The pearl is cracked. You crack pearl, can you imagine that? But the pearl is dirty. It's not worth anything. But to God, it was worth absolutely everything. God said, I'll take that pearl. That pearl thing, you may feel like your life isn't worth anything, your life, you're not good enough to have a relationship with God. How am I going to ask God for anything? How am I going to ask Him to, have mercy on me, shower me with His grace if I'm a piece of junk? You're that priceless pearl to God, and He loves you, and therefore we should love Him. And I'm going to give you 3 ways in which God showed you that He loved you. And it's going to be real quick. One of the greatest illustrations of love is, God's love is, one of the best Bible verses to show His love, Genesis 1:1. What does Genesis 1:1 say? You guys know Genesis. How did the Bible start? That's Genesis 1:1, you guys. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Question, you guys ever wanted something so bad, and it turned out it wasn't, what you thought it'd be, and if you could do it all over again, if you had known, you wouldn't do it? Maybe a boyfriend or girlfriend broke your heart, and you're like, whoa, if I would have known you were going to do this, I would have never dated you. You guys probably saved up, you guys wanted to buy something, and parents were like, save up. Save when you work, do some chores, and give you some money, and then buy with your own money, and then you buy it, and you're like, man, I did that when I was little. You guys ever heard of Home Alone? The movie?
Yeah.
I like Home Alone 18, where the kid's like, like the original Home Alone. Well, he had a recorder. He had a recorder, and he did during the movie, he did a bunch of things with the recorder. He recorded a movie, and then psyched out the bad guys by pressing pressing family thing. Well, they had a pen, a recorder pen, and I wanted that thing so bad. It was $20, and my mom told me that I had to buy it with my own money. So I worked like a month to get $20, and I bought the pen. And that pen, the battery died literally 2 days after, and it was just a bulky old pen. The recorder barely didn't work at all. And there's so many things like that I can tell you. I've gotten this, I've gotten that, I've done this, I've gone out with her. I wanted her so long, I want her. And it turns out she wasn't that, if I could do it all over again, I would not date her. Have you guys ever gone through anything like that? Or if you could do something all over again, you'd say, if you knew how it was going to hurt later, you wouldn't do it. You say, no, I wouldn't do it. Well, now imagine God. God knows everything. God is, it's a three-letter word that everyone says it all the time in vain. God. You guys know what a God is. You guys see that picture you guys had here of the galaxy? I think that's Milky Way, right? I hope so. Whatever. He created that. And if you see a broader picture, the Milky Way is you guys see this little speck right here? You don't. That's what it's like. We don't know how infinite the universe is. We just know it's infinite. He created everything. God knew what was going to happen when He created us. You guys want to know what love is? One day you guys will fall in love. You might get your heart broken by that person. And like I said, if you would say, if I knew that it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have gotten married, I wouldn't have dated her. No, I would have skipped out. God knew what we were going to do to him. God knew when he, can you imagine, when he was on the 6th day,